Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. Today is actually a pretty interesting sort of live stream interview. We have the Rare Evo team slash founders slash people that are running the Rare Evo event, and we're just going to learn a little bit more about what they're planning on doing next year, some of the ticket information, and a bunch of other gamification that they're doing. So, super exciting stuff. But yeah, before we get into it, did you guys want to do a quick introduction of who you guys are and how this whole thing kind of got started?
Yeah, thanks for having us. Amazing podcast. Happy to finally come on. Have heard so much about everything you're doing in the space, so it's great to be here. My name is Rand. I go by Rand Corp on Twitter. I'm one of the co-founders of Rare Network, Rare the stake pool on Cardano, and Rare Evo the event. And I'll let Nathan Deverin introduce himself. I'm sure a lot of the community members know him as well.
What's up, Jason? It's great to be here. I am Nathan. I'm known as Devrin on Twitter and the Discords and all the channels. I joined Rare Network sort of unofficially right around 2023's event, and then came on as sort of like the Cardano side of things project manager because I've been in the community for so long and I know a bunch of people, and it allows me to work with the community I love so much and then frees them up to work on the other chains that will be featured at Rare Evo.
Nice, nice. And how did you guys sort of get started in the space? I know that you said you had started a stake pool. Now you guys are coordinating, a pretty big event, Rare Evo. Like, how did you guys kind of get your footing here? And what's the story of that?
That's a great question, Jason. So myself and a friend, Evan, who's not on the call, we've been doing live events production for 15 years, doing small concerts all the way up to large music venues, 1,500 person and larger concerts, and producing our own music festival, to managing bands and producing other live events. And during COVID, I was live streaming on Twitch, really bored, trading, and my buddy Wes, his sister is best friends with my wife. We all went to the same high school. He had seen I was like selling Bitcoin mining machines and things back in 2017, like GPU miners and stuff. And he reached out to me, and he's the one, Wes is the one who actually introduced me to Cardano. He showed me the whiteboard video from Charles and a bunch of others, and I was instantly hooked. I didn't like ASIC mining. I kind of felt it was very centralized, and I was looking for that proof of stake. And once he showed me that, it was just on. So I figured let's spin up a stake pool. He had a technical background a little bit. I was doing the Twitch streaming for kind of marketing, and we spun up the Rare stake pool, RARE. This was back in like 2020, I believe, like right as stake pools came out. And our pool went down with an upgrade, and we couldn't figure out how to fix it. There wasn't enough documentation out there. So I was like, Wes, being a live events guy, I was like, let's go to Bitcoin Miami. There's a Cardano meetup. Charles is speaking. We're definitely going to find a like minded person in the community that can help us fix our stake pool. We ended up meeting with Big Pay and the Bloom Pool guys who we partnered with the first year, and a lot of others that were down there as well. Had a great time, and that's kind of where the idea came to throw Rare Evo the event and really use our skills of live events people to actually build something special for the community. Funny story, we were fighting for a couch in front of the bar at Bitcoin Miami. Just saw a group of people get up and racing to grab those seats, and we ended up fighting for those seats with what is today Epoch Pool. They are MasterCard principal developers, and helped us fix our stake pool and run it today as a stake pool as a service. Ever since then, they've become great friends of ours and have helped us run our stake pool the whole time. So that's kind of how we got started as a stake pool. And then we ended up getting a delegation from Cardano Foundation at the peak of the bull market. I remember looking at our delegation and seeing like 14 million or 15 million ADA in our stake pool and doing the math and being like, oh my God, there's $45 million in USD delegated to our stake pool. And we took
Wow.
all the earnings from that and put it down on the deposit for the venue for the first year of Rare Evo. So we've just kind of reinvested in ourselves the whole time, building up within the community, meeting people in the community, and and building the event, slow rolling it over the years. So now that we're on our third year and going multi-chain, we always like to bring it back to Cardano. We got a Catalyst proposal passed, and we're doing NFT ticketing that we'll talk about in partnership with Endmaker and Newcast on the Cardano blockchain. So super excited about that. But to answer your question, that's kind of how we got to where we are today.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that when you brought up like the documentation and just like not knowing how to like fix your pool? That's like such a crazy story. And it's something that like I really relate to, not from a stake pool side, but just especially earlier on in crypto, it's like there was no information out there. You just had to figure out stuff yourself. Like I know you had brought up in 2017, you were, streaming about ASIC miners and Bitcoin and all this stuff. Like I got into crypto mining, had like a GPU mining rig, but for Ethereum back in 2017. And it's just crazy the amount of information that just wasn't out there for some of these different things. So
Yeah.
really
I
cool
rem-
story about that. So
I remember buying
now,
my first ASICs like from Bitmain. I had to send like Bitcoin Cash to a random wallet. Couldn't be Bitcoin. It had to be Bitcoin Cash at the time. And I just remember looking on eBay and they were selling for double the amount. Like today, if they landed in America, they were worth double what I paid for them sending Bitcoin Cash to Asia. And they were on eBay. Like people were selling them. There were physical photos of these machines. So that's what made me like pull the trigger the first time I sent like 10 grand in Bitcoin Cash to some random address. And like 3, 4 months later, two of these machines showed up and they were worth double. So I sold one and kept one and then started building it up from there. But it didn't see it like never made sense to me because I was like beholden to one or two manufacturers. I was always felt like I was chasing the dragon. You needed more machines to keep getting the same amount of Bitcoin. They were depreciating in value. So I eventually kind of fell off of that and came back around COVID when I learned about proof of stake in Cardano.
yeah, I remember it's so crazy because like at the time too, it's like there were like with the learning curves, people just didn't know how to get access to something. And like because of that, you had an opportunity to get those miners.
Yeah,
Um, Dude, cool story. Now, going on to the sort of rare Evo side of things, like what exactly is rare Evo? Because I haven't personally been. I've heard a lot of people in the space talk about going, but what exactly is rare Evo and what can people sort of expect if they are going to some sort of event like this?
that's a great question. And we've evolved over the years. Like we said there, we're multi-chain investors from the start, and the event has really evolved into a multi-chain event, and we're growing to become the blockchain industry event of North America. I think that's a lot of our strategic move to Caesar's Palace. And I like to say we're trying to triangulate 3 or 4 different events. We want to have the culture, the NFT communities, the gaming side of VCon and NFT NYC. We love to have the developers, the breakout classes, the hackathon of ETH Denver. We're adding a little bit of a hackathon element to 2024, and the breakout classes in 2023 were absolutely amazing, packed with developers. We had a really good time with that. And then the C suite and executive side of things of like a consensus. We have FedEx talking on the main stage, Microsoft talking on the main stage, Amazon Web Services. We're talking to Live Nation, Dagio Liquors with their Johnny Walker NFT. We're talking to Deloitte Auditing Services, Hewlett Packard. The list goes on and on. So really trying to bring in traditional industry leaders, Fortune 50s, Fortune 500s that are either interested in blockchain and want to meet blockchain leaders to understand how they can use the technology in their business, or they're already building and want to explain to others, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what is working in our business, and this is how we can kind of change the landscape in the future of blockchain. And that's really our goal, is to kind of grow into that blockchain industry event for the entire North America.
Now, as individuals that might be listening this, they might be investing in crypto or NFTs or something like that. Like what is it for them to go to an event like this essentially? Like what sort of, I guess, value can they get out of it? Cuz I know from my side as like a project founder, like meeting other project founders or, potentially talking to contacts at Amazon or Microsoft or something like that could be pretty valuable. But as far as like an individual consumer, what sort of thing can they expect? What sort of value can they get out of it?
That's an amazing question. And I think, we really practice what we preach. Going to live events is an accelerator. We've built this entire business from going to live events, the networking that can be done, even as just like a small investor when you're looking at projects, looking to get alpha, gain information. When you're able to talk to product founders and project founders in person, you're going to get more information than what you're able to pull online. You're able to get more info out of them on what's happening. You're able to see their community in person, see the booth build they have, kind of get a better feel for the project, what they're about, and what their community is about. I think that's super important. Also, the education. There's so much educational material to learn about. If you're interested in being a developer for any of the chains coming, there's tons of breakout classes to learn about them. There's classes on Catalyst and governance. So even if you're not a developer, but you want to get involved in some of these communities and things like that, there's tons of stuff to get involved with there. And then a lot of the projects that have booths and communities, they're hiring. So if you have a skill or a talent, and it might not be blockchain related, you might be an accountant, you might be a graphic designer or a video editor or a content creator like yourself. All of these projects are looking for that stuff and they're hiring all the time. One of our best stories we have currently, I mean, and there are a ton of them. There are a lot of projects that have met VCs, gotten funding at our event, things like that. But one of my favorite is like King Apollo and Python and a few of the other Web3 gaming content creators that came this year were able to link up with the VChain Foundation, and VChain has taken them to a UFC fight in New York
Wow.
City. They're going to a UFC fight in Vegas next month and making all this content around how VChain and the blockchain is connecting with UFC and giving away tickets to fights and all these things. So those content creators were able to meet VChain and create that business relationship at our event and things like that. So making things like that happen, connecting people, I think is the most important. One of the greatest things about this past year was bringing in all these different communities, different blockchains, different creators, and watching them mingle and talk. And it just, people couldn't stop talking to each other. There were so many ideas getting shared, community members talking back and forth from this is how we do it on the VChain community in our NFT project. This is how we do it in Cardano. This is how, Sappy Seals do it on ETH, blah, 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 blah. That type of conversation sparks innovation out of people. And like, it really helps people build a good thesis around their investing style as well. Like myself, listening to Microsoft speak on the main stage, listening to FedEx speech on the main stage about how they need a decentralized layer that everybody's willing to accept and use, like FedEx, DHL, UPS included, and how they need to transfer packages through customs in over 200 countries that have to accept this. And blockchain and a decentralized base layer that everybody agrees upon is the only way to do that. That's the stuff that gives me conviction in my investing thesis and allows me to do better and make more for myself just personally. So I think the attendees get that out along with the networking and the job opportunities and everything else. And like I said, we really practice what we preach. We go to 6 to 10 live events a year. We'll be at ETH Denver. We'll be at Consensus. We were at Blockchain Life, in Dubai and things like that. We're all over the place, and we always get a sale. Every trip has been profitable for us, and the fact that we've met new groups to work with, new projects to come on board at our event, like live events really are an accelerator and a hack that I think a lot of people are missing in their recipe for investing in blockchain.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. A lot of those points too, because like I said, I haven't gone to Rare Evo yet, but I went to NFTLV this past October. It was pretty much October, end of September.
Yeah.
And it's like one conversation can really be the value of some sort of connection there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now, to kind of go forward here, you guys obviously host these events. This time it's in Vegas. Usually it's in Denver. Like, real quick, what was kind of the reasoning behind going to Caesar's Palace in Vegas rather than doing Denver again?
Great question. Because we want to grow into the blockchain event for North America, Las Vegas hospitality is the place to be. It helps us on the back end. It was our main stage got trucked from Las Vegas to Denver to get set up. The company that does our expo hall and builds all our booths, they're called Las Vegas Expo. So for us to move to Las Vegas, things are so much cheaper for us. And the hospitality there, the competing venues that are there, there's only like two venues we could use in Denver. That's the convention center and the Gaylord. So having 20 different competing venues on the Las Vegas Strip and around there brings costs down for us immensely. And we've seen that in prices to projects. Our booth costs right now are half price what they were last year, and stuff like that, as well as for our attendees. Our hotel prices are cheaper. It's $199 a night to stay at Caesar's Palace over the weekend when it's normally like $350 to $450 with our room block. Last year, I think it was like $238 plus resort fees and etc. From there. Flights to Las Vegas are also subsidized by the airlines, it feels like. You can get a flight from anywhere in North America for it seems dirt cheap to go to Las Vegas compared to getting to Denver or anywhere else. So we think it really helps our attendees. It helps us bring costs down on tickets and cost to our exhibitors and sponsors and really bring a better ROI for everybody attending our event. And we can't kid ourselves. When it comes to Las Vegas and Caesar's Palace, when we're traveling to Amsterdam and Breakpoint and the Network State and we're going to Cardano Summit in Dubai, when you say Caesar's Palace Las Vegas, it slaps. It hits real hard with people internationally. They know the movie The Hangover. They know all the memes. Everybody knows Las Vegas. When I say Gaylord, Rockies, Denver, Colorado, nobody in the rest of the world knows where Denver, Colorado is or the perks about it or what the Gaylord is. So branding wise, it really helps us step up a notch when we're talking to projects and really selling the event. And I think the nightlife and hospitality is there as well. I think all Web3 events have an issue with after parties, and we aim to kill that with the Omnia nightclub and all the fun stuff we can do in Las Vegas when it comes to after parties.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like I've only ever like had a layover in Denver where we actually like had like 8 or 9 hours. So we left Denver, which takes a while to leave the airport actually. And we just like rode scooters around and went to a couple breweries. Like it was a really good time, honestly. But yeah, Vegas is definitely way more well known, and I agree. I agree with that move. Like it sounds like logistically it makes more sense for you guys, even in the sense of having more interest from consumers. Because it's one of those things too. Like when I go to NFTLV, I'm getting like a fun experience in Vegas at the same time. Where, like you said, if you want to go to an after party or the casino or something like that, you have something to do. Now, kind of moving forward here, like running this event costs money. You guys have tickets that you sell to help offset some of those costs. You guys were telling me, and I don't even know all the details, that you guys have some gamification, some of the different unique things that you're doing with these tickets. Can you guys can you maybe like even share your screen and kind of walk through what these tickets are going to be like this next event?
Yes, absolutely. So we've got some fun stuff that we're doing for NFT ticketing. Really, really excited about it. I'll share screen here and we'll have to kind of pop through a
Let's
few different
see.
slides. But we got a Catalyst proposal passed in Fund 10, and it was to do NFT ticketing through our website, do a claim portal, be able to claim some fun things, and really push a real world use case on the blockchain through our event. And so what we're doing is creating the Rare Perks NFT passes, and that's in partnership with NMaker and Newcast. And people can go ahead and buy tickets on our website today, and they'll be given a mint of the tickets. We're going to do the official mint January 15th. Those who obviously buy tickets earlier will be guaranteed a mint. And I will swap through to the next slide here. And so what we're doing is we've got two different ticket types. We've got general admission tickets. There's only going to be 1,000 of them available as NFTs. We'll obviously be still selling more general admission after that. But the 1,000 available as NFTs, they're guaranteed at a price of $200. Whereas at the event, the tickets will be $600 day of the event. So lots of room in there for margin if people want to resell. The whole goal here for us is to get liquidity early. With live events, the majority of ticket sales happen within 90 days coming into the event. Most of that within the final like 60 and 30 days. So if we can get liquidity earlier, it helps us plan our after parties, helps us plan everything about the event with our vendors, booth builds, all that stuff ahead of time. We're willing to give up that margin on the back end for somebody who wants to say sell a ticket for a flip as we get closer to the event to somebody who's just learning about it or coming in to buy a ticket last minute. We're not worried about the margin in there between this purchase price and what it is, and honestly hope we provide good utility and a base value for folks as just a ticket to the event that want to join the event. But if they do need to liquidate it, something comes up, business, family vacation, whatever it is, the secondary market's there, and we believe there'll be a lot of liquidity in the last 90 days leading up to the event for these tickets to get flipped. A 10% of the 1,000 will get upgraded to a VIP ticket. So a nice little gamble in there for those of us that are DGen and want that little bit of a kind of lottery ticket to get a VIP ticket. Approximately 100 of those will get upgraded to VIP tickets with a value of $600 or more. And then we'll go into really where the gamification gets fun. Getting into the VIP tickets is where we're having a really good time. They start out at $600 to mint. There's only 444 of these available, so really low supply on this. There's only 400 available. The end of the mint, the final tier price will be $800. Day of the event, they will be $1,200 to $1,400, depending on how many VIP tickets we sell. The VIP, we go above and beyond, unlike any other event for our VIPs. We have a real VIP hangout lounge by the main stage with refreshments and beanbags and games. Our VIPs get into the industry night party, which is massive. We're shutting down the Caesars Palace pool on Thursday night. Statues, fountains, live band, all you can eat,
Wow.
open bar for a few hours around the Caesars Palace pool. We also give hot breakfast and lunch to all of our VIPs. So eggs and bacon, muffins, fruit, juices, teas, coffee for breakfast each day. For lunch this year, we did, your choice of steak or salmon. One day, the next day we did like a create your own taco bar. So really going all out. Custom VIP merch, custom registration booth for quicker access to the event. Exclusive Rare Evo lanyard to kind of flex on everybody while you're in the event. And of course, custom Discord channels for those that hold it. And then, we did Book.io as a partnership where we dropped books to everybody who bought a VIP ticket this year. Definitely expect partnerships like that to happen for this year, special airdrops to come that hold the NFT ticket, things like that. And we do have plans to tokenize going into 2025 with a rewards token, things that give you discounts on tickets, discounts on merchandise, entry to side events we do at ETH Denver or Consensus and things like that. Obviously, people that hold the NFT ticket will be included in all of the future partner drops and things like that that'll happen from there. 25% of the people that mint these NFTs are going to get a bonus from Caesars Palace. This is where the gamification really comes in, and working with Caesars Palace gets really fun. With Caesars Palace, we are able to use entry to the nightclub, entry to the Bachnal Buffet, a ride on the zip line down the Las Vegas Strip, a ride on the Ferris wheel, all you can drink for 30 minutes, entry to a show. Hell's Kitchen is at Caesars Palace. So there's all types of fun things we can add. And we're doing a 25% upgrade experience where folks will be able to then receive one of those as a metadata trait and trade them. And we think that'll get really interesting as, like, let's say you mint entry to the nightclub with your VIP ticket and all your friends want to get in as well. They might go to the secondary market and buy those. Or if everybody wants a ride on the Ferris wheel, et cetera, it kind of makes secondary market sales really fun. Groups of folks can collect what they want. And then on top of that, if, you wanted to do more than one, if one wasn't enough when it comes to the Ferris wheel or the buffet or the Lynx zip line or entry to Omnia, and on top of that, we're doing 5 custom high roller NFTs. And those 5 people will win all of the Vegas experiences on their NFT, plus custom artwork from Brendan O'Connell. Everybody's getting custom artwork from Brendan O'Connell on their NFT. He's considered the Warhol of Walmart. He got very famous going into Walmarts around the country and just painting Americans shopping and kind of showing what average American grocery store shopping looked like to the majority of America. He's been on like Colbert Report. He's done TED Talks. He's a really cool guy. He's been at our event 2 years in a row and done some live paintings, sold paintings to Champ Medici and, BitBoy and his whole crew and a bunch of others. I think Charles even got one, Janet Adams from Singularity and stuff like that. Really cool artwork, and we're using his art on all the NFTs with different rarities, going all the way up to the high roller. And then if that's not enough, I got one more for you. It keeps going. I feel like the guy who sold Oxygen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sounded like that guy for a second.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. We're doing a giveaway with $50,000 in prizes. So we'll be taking a snapshot midway between mint and the event, and those that hold the NFTs are going to get airdropped amazing NFTs that represent a main stage speech, a free booth, their travel and lodging covered, art prints, different partner NFTs, more VIP tickets or GA tickets they can sell on the secondary market, exclusive marketing email blasts or exclusive merchandise like a hoodie. And this is going to be really fun. Like if your favorite project, really needs a booth, needs help with a main stage speech, you can potentially win one by holding one of our VIP NFTs and sell it to your favorite project or gift it to them. And then if you're a project founder, you really want your community to get involved and mint these out so you can try and win a free booth or a main stage speech, or at least one for cheap you could purchase off of your community members and put some liquidity in their hands while getting yourself a cheaper booth at a main stage speech. So we think that'll be really fun. It's some great liquidity and, added gamification for those that hold the NFTs leading up to the event. And that, my friends, is all the gamification.
Dude, I actually do like how you guys are going like the NFT ticket route this year. Because I think you can, not only is it interesting how people can kind of buy and sell them, but and like kind of have that fun, like, oh, I might mint a VIP. But you are also kind of alluding to these tickets maybe having some sort of benefit after the event. Like, is that accurate? Like being able to get these different airdrops and stuff, or
we are alluding
before
to
the event, at the event, after the event. We plan on giving utility to these NFTs throughout the year and doing annual seasons of it. So they'll definitely give you discounts on the next season for 2025 VIPs. And this is the first time we're really doing it, incorporating it. So we do plan to give utility to the people that hold these first VIP tickets, the VIPs specifically, in the future.
and it makes sense. I mean, NFTs are tickets. NFTs are kind of, I mean, everyone saves their ticket stubs, for fun things they go to in concerts. It just kind of makes sense. And then incorporating the gaming into it with rarities of the tickets, it just makes sense all around to do it like this.
Now, just to confirm, there's only going to be 1,000 of these NFT tickets.
There's 1,000 GA tickets available. 10% of them will get upgraded to VIP, and then there's 444 VIP tickets available for mint. So in total, we'll probably mint 550 VIPs, have a few to give away or keep as a team specifically. So it'll be right around 550 VIP ticket NFTs floating around in the community. The GAs are specifically for GA. We are working on partner drops. We had a meeting with Hosky today. He gave away Hosky tokens for every ticket purchase from our event. We're going to do the same for those that hold the GA NFT tickets and VIP NFT tickets. They're going to get some Hosky token. You heard it here first. Actually, we just
still not worth anything though.
But. Yeah, still not worth anything. But yeah, we plan on doing other partner drops with them. But the future after the event, it's really about the VIP ticket holders and those that supported with the VIP ticket. That really helps us a lot, and it's our strongest community members that have come and already bought VIP tickets, and participated in the event. So we want to give back to them as much as we possibly can.
Now, are these tickets already available to buy?
Yes, rareevo.io. People can go ahead and pre-purchase them online and give an ADA address if they'd like. They'll receive a free mint January 15th when we go to do the mint. They're guaranteed a mint. The ticket sales will cut off on the website if we reach the mintable amount. And yeah, they're available to, pre-order right now.
Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, I was saying before we hopped on and went live, I don't know if I'm even going to be on this side of the world when the event comes, but definitely want to go to Rare Evo at some point in time, whether it's next year if I can or the year after if you guys keep doing it, just because it was funny. I was talking to, did you guys meet Melon from Dex Hunter at Rare Evo this last time?
I did not get a chance to. Would love to though.
I don't.
I
Nathan?
think I don't know if he went to Rare Evo. He was at the summit
Oh, he was at
because
the
he's
summit.
European.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was at the summit. That's another one I haven't gone to yet.
yeah,
The summit's
No,
been fun.
I
It's
think he
gotten
had
better
gone
and
the
better
year
every year.
before then. Like not
yeah.
this
Maybe the
year, but
first
the year
year.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, would love to meet him. Like that's what it's all about is meeting folks. Would love to have you out. This year I think we're growing leaps and bounds and it gets better and better every year. It's fun to see the community come back and to see the growth. It's been a wild and fun ride throughout the bear market these past 2 years and we're excited with the market turning around. It feels like a bull market with the charts. You can feel it with all the projects we talked to. We're already selling larger booths further out than we did the year before. And it definitely feels like marketing budgets are coming back for live events. There's an appetite for it. So we really expect to grow this year and have a great time.
Awesome. And was there anything else that people need to know or anything else that you guys wanted to say about this event?
I think we covered it all really well, Jason. I really appreciate it. I would say, follow us on Twitter, Rare Evo, jump in the Discord. We're trying to start a like-minded group of folks in the Discord that love going to live events. So even if it's ETH Denver here in a couple months or Consensus, we always love talking to folks of where you're staying, what after parties are we all going to, and stuff like that. So hop in the Discord and chat with us, and please mint a ticket and come join us at Rare Evo. We think we provide some good utility at the event and some fun. So we'd love to see everybody in Vegas this year. And I think to your point, touching on multiple years, we plan on being on Vegas for a while. We're already working on 2025 dates. So Jason, if you don't make it this year, we'll see you at Caesar's Palace 2025 for sure.
Awesome. Well, really appreciate you guys coming on and learning a little bit more about this. And thank you to everyone that's been listening. This is the first time I've actually brought on a live event team onto the channel. That's why I was interested in having you guys on too, because I was like, oh, usually I'm interviewing like specific NFT projects or DeFi projects, but you guys are on like a different category of things in the blockchain, and that's that live event category. So, really interesting to see what you guys are doing and some of the gamification ideas that you guys had with your NFT tickets. And yeah, best of luck to you guys
Thank
in
you.
your event and selling some of these tickets.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We knew we had to come on here. You've got the great community that love to invest in NFTs, and with the NFT ticketing we're doing, we felt like we brought some really unique utility to what some of those folks might be interested in with the live event and coming to the event, and then just kind of the base utility of the ticket. We thought it was a great match, and love what you guys are doing. You're building really cool stuff, and we're happy to be a part of it. So thanks for having us on.
Awesome. Well, sounds good, guys. Thank you once again. Thank you to those that are listening, and we'll catch you guys later.
Thanks.